Okay, so what if you could get a complete masterclass on building a viral personal brand, but like for free? A major creator just dropped their entire playbook, and we've spent the time boiling down all the key insights for you right here, right now.
I mean, this is the big question, isn't it? Everybody's out here trying to be authentic. So in a world where that's the baseline, how do you actually stand out? How do you build a brand that people genuinely connect with? Honestly, it can feel pretty impossible.
So the source for all of this is a massive 15-hour deep dive course. Seriously, it covers everything, from your core mindset all the way to how you make money. It is an absolute goldmine of information.
But let's be real, you probably don't have 15 hours to spare. So we've done the work for you. We've distilled all of that knowledge into the essential blueprint, the absolute must-know frameworks you need to start building your brand today.
All right, let's jump into the Viral Brand Blueprint. We're going to start at the very beginning with your foundational purpose and work our way all the way up to creating content that actually gets seen.
So first things first, where do we even begin? You start with your why. Before you ever think about posting, before you hit record, you need absolute clarity. And for that, the course introduces this incredibly powerful tool, a Japanese concept called Ikigai.
Ikigai, and you say it like Ikigai, is basically your reason for being. For any creator, this is your North Star. It's the DNA of your brand. And this is so important because a brand without a clear purpose just feels empty, you know? Ikigai makes sure your brand has a heart, and it's all built on 4 key pillars.
Pillar number 1, what do you genuinely love? The course says to just write down every single thing you're interested in, no matter how weird or small. Movies, music, storytelling, self-improvement, get it all down on paper. This is your passion.
Okay, now look at that list of passions. The next step is to circle all the things on that list that you're actually good at, the stuff you have real skill or knowledge in. It's not just about what you love anymore, it's about where you're competent. This is what we call your vocation.
Now, from that smaller list of things you're good at, you're going to circle what you can use to actually serve other people. Which of those skills can help someone, or teach them something, or just entertain them? This is how your vocation transforms into a mission.
And finally, the last pillar. Looking at your mission list, which of those skills are monetizable? And hey, this isn't about getting rich quick. It's about making your brand sustainable so you can keep showing up and serving your audience for the long haul. This turns your mission into a true profession.
And here's where it all comes together beautifully. Your Ikigai, your true creative purpose, it's right there in the middle. It's that sweet spot at the intersection of what you love, what you're good at, what the world needs from you, and what you can get paid for. This is brand clarity.
Okay, so you've nailed down your why. Now we need to figure out the who. This is all about defining your unique personality. Because like we said, in today's world, just being authentic is not going to cut it.
You know, this quote from the course, it just hits the nail on the head. Digital vulnerability is the new average. Think about that. When being open and vulnerable is what everyone is doing, you need something more to actually connect. You need to be iconic. So how do you do that? The course presents this brilliant framework called Icon Factors. It helps you map out your unique personality by combining 2 sides of yourself. Your inner child, which is all about the raw, unfiltered traits from your past, and your mature spirit, the person you are and are becoming today. The real magic happens when you mix them together.
And your inner child is not about being childish, not at all. It's about owning those raw, unfiltered parts of you that have always been there. Are you naturally goofy? A little obsessive? Maybe you're an ambivert, a mix of introvert and extrovert. These are the parts of your story that make your content feel so human and relatable.
Then you balance that raw energy with your mature spirit. These are the traits you're actively building right now. Maybe you're a mentor figure for people, or you're super strategic, or maybe you're disciplined with an intensity the course calls a fear of God. When you combine these aspirational traits with your raw inner child, you get a personality that no one else on earth can replicate. It's way more than just authentic, it's truly iconic.
Okay, so we've got our why and our who. We're almost there. Finally, let's talk about the how. This is a super simple test you can run every single piece of content through before you hit publish.
It's called the AA Rule. Think of it like a 3-part quality check to make sure your content isn't just good, but that it's perfectly aligned with the brand you've been so careful to build. It's simple, and it works like this. First A, is it appealing?
Visually and audibly, is it interesting enough to make someone stop scrolling? Second A, is it effective? Does it make the viewer actually feel something? Joy, curiosity, empathy, anything? And the third A, is it authentic? Does this piece of content reflect your Ikigai and your icon factors? If you can say yes to all three, you are good to go.
So let's just recap the entire blueprint real quick. Your foundation, that's your why, which you find using Ikigai. Your personality, that's your who, defined by your unique icon factors. And your process, that's your how, which you test with the AAA rule. See how each part builds on the last? It creates a brand that's both meaningful and totally magnetic.
Look, this whole framework, it's not just about trying to go viral. It's about building a brand that actually has a purpose and a voice that's all your own. You have the plan now. So the only real question left is, what story are you going to tell?